boys. Passion convert. So you'd like to think for Passion, a map to reassure themselves here in this series.
Yeah, I mean, I think already if you're Passion, you should be coming into this with a pretty good deal of confidence. The idea that you bought Mirage so close, sure, you can be frustrated by it, but I think also the fact that you had M80 on the ropes on their home map is, if anything, a positive sign, considering the fact that they were only celebrating their first win on Mirage the other day. They've also now been able to grind out these conversions, and so with only a handful of really anything saved for the side of M80, you should be off to a nice clean 3-0 start before those guns make an appearance.
Absolutely. Decent enough exits on the way out. Nades down Banana to make things interesting, but may as well time them here. Second one is nice, 100 damage. But capitalization is the name of the game. And turning post-flash, he could have just kept spraying, but instead turns away, disengages, and gives a couple of kills over. Lake will get found through the smoke, and Kavem doesn't need to overcommit. Grouping with his team against these dry pistols could be the way in.
This could be weird. Hex gonna try and catch this timing, and he'll find it. Halzerk dead on the push out through mid. So much for that clean, easy 3-0 start. Now you've got to earn it. Feels like it never should have got this close, but Swisher with a miss on Kavem out towards Banana, and they're leaving the bomb. They're hunting Kavem in at bottom. This means they could get trapped right now. Footsteps were heard as well, so it's not like Kavem's flying blind here. Nyx has them boxed in with Kavem coming back. And there's the turnaround to finish the job.
Huge mistake from M80. I don't know if they were just trying to fight that Banana player while they had him alone, but leaving the bomb entirely, and Nyx right behind them in apps. Caught off guard by the lurk. It's a wasted opportunity for M80. And again, further reassurance and passion that they can trust in their players in late rounds, because it's not a team that are known for their clutches, but able to put that one together. Here we go for M80.
Something else that's kind of interesting for M80, they actually have a slight CT favor on this map, despite of Inferno often being T-sided.
So pressure's on.
So you really want to try and get off to a good start.
Now's your time. Slacks with the AWP, short side and double B. Halzerk using his to open up this site. Great nade again. Leg shot for Halzerk. Everybody pulls back out of Banana. Peeling back to this A site instead. Bomb up alt mid. Slacks trying to force an engagement. He's going to get it eventually. Lacking the flashbangs. Only one left on Halzerk. Nyx unable to use his in Boiler. Slacks just gets a dry fight. Shot. Oh, the pressure's on, and M80 buckle. Trying to force the fight. Passion put the first gun round in their favor.
Bomb has been planted.
And M80, a couple of wrongly placed stacks here in this map already. Can't say they've not had chances, but in this one they lose their AWP as well. Gonna get shuffled out. Gonna be more fun to watch Kvem here, I think. Just some simple, straight-up duels, no overthinking. Go where JT tells you.
I think as well, like, you know, Passion just have a lot more reps on this map. It's always one that they've kind of looked to play, even thinking back to the old, you know, complexity core at the heart of this roster. They've had a lot more experience versus top-tier competition playing this map. For M80, this is the 5th time in the last 6 months that they will have played it versus a top 30 squad. The 11th for Passion / that old complexity lineup. So do just have a lot more reps here on Inferno, a lot more ideas. And I think unlike Mirage, which kind of just down to how the map is designed, right, how it plays, there's kind of more opportunities for a team that's a little less familiar to break through. Inferno is one of the most punishing maps in the pool, without a doubt.
Yes.
And so any type of inexperience will get used against you to devastating effect. If you're a little off, if you give away 1 kill, that could literally make the world of difference. This is, you know, one of the most prominent kind of 2-kill round win maps that Counter-Strike has to offer.
Even if you look aside from kills, all right? Miss a nade, throw a nade in the wrong place, you can cost your team everything. A match yesterday between Tyloo and Liquid was a great example. Everything has to be assertive. Everything has to be by design here. M80, some misutility down Banana. They're going to flush away. Give Passion this space. Flash announces it. M80 fighting. Sin changes his mind, gets back behind the coffin. Spam down low already. Passion just pushing in.
Yeah, you're just going to see that as a bit of a reason to go, right? You know, you've displaced one of these defenders. They try and play it through. Swisher, now the only hope for M80.
Ooh.
Buying a lot of time here. Will eventually get dealt with, but he's done his part in the round. 3 kills from this B site hold. This is M80's best chance yet. Bomb might go down for Passion, but the next fight coming out over here towards the coffins really does decide everything. Kvem on the line, lines up 1, can't find the double. Now you're left looking on at Halzerk. Strong position for this AWP, but he can't afford to miss, and with that shot, not quite finding the mark, M80 get on the board.
Yeah, Hex playing very late there. Tag not going to do it for Halzerk. And Kvem committed, but a good trade in place for M80. Trade's the name of the game in this round. Swisher does a great job of finding this second kill with a pistol. Bought a lot of time at the back of the site. Seeing Kvem get away with nice mechanical moments, but that's when the team play comes to matter for M80. Trading their way back into the round. First of this CT side. They get an AWP from it as well. Can't afford to be a one and done here if they want to put up any resistance in this map. So Lake starts strong. Arch player with the entry. And so from that, Passion know it's a triple B. So you immediately see M80 start to rotate. Not wanting to get jumped on this weekend A bomb site. Slacks holds on to the apps, but Spotted gives it up.
Especially because you almost want Passion to commit here. So don't risk that AWP early. They maintain the stack for now, and Slacks fires off for 1 more. They feel the pace of the round is slowed, and they hear Util out towards Banana. So they dismantle this 4-man lead. Bring Swisher back around. Really, it feels like Passion are just kind of playing for that next point of contact. That's an awkward kill to have given up. They weren't expecting Nyx to run through that Molotov. He catches Slacks out in the open.
Nothing to lose, I guess. No one in the bomb site. This can often be a problem.
I mean, boost is meant to be the remedy to that, right?
But there's no smoke, so this is actually perfect for M80.
Contact play in. Boost still going to catch its kill. Swisher deals with the captain once more. Back-to-back rounds, he's been able to find that fight. Now they have lost track of Nyx because he's split the defense, but time is very, very low, and he won't get here in time to play into this round. Flashes to try and slow their roll, and it will stop the peak, allowing a plant. Passion lose Halzerk in the sight. Now it's just a matter of finding Nyx, and they've spotted him on this rotate. Thinking he had the timing, he'll get sandwiched just seconds away from his play.
It felt unlikely, but he had the element of surprise walking behind two players. Would have been very interesting to see him get into coffins there. M80, very fortunate there's no smoke to stop them, able to just concede, and while a plant is allowed, they keep it clean here on this CT side. Back-to-back rounds. Very important round here for M80, and even enough to force a timeout from TC. They've got near nothing to work with.
I will do James smoke then.
Great chance of getting this CT side going.
Explosive is brewing. No banana control.
Reeling the pistols in this round in what will be a little just set piece pop. And you start to feel in a far better position. Even better if you can keep it clean. It does come with its challenges. You don't doubt the passion calls from Spawn. They try and close in on this orb.
Whoa,
but Grim,
what?
All right, that's a lovely play with the P2. 3v3, Hex down low. Trapped in the pit right now. Next swing could cost him dearly. Really needs a kill from this, and he will provide it at least. Closing in on him, only good for that one. Suddenly you're in a commanding spot if you're Passion. Grim's provided as much. Plant found, he's low on health. So Halzerk might be responsible for a lot in this post-plant. Tries to chance it on the cross into the pit. And just gets caught with a wide swing out from the long side. Wanted a stronger post-plant, but ends up giving his life away.
Very optimistic there to get into that position. M80 were waiting for a mistake, and they get it. You feel like, even with low health on Grim, you're in the favored spot. 2v2 post-plant, time to wrap back to the apps, but Halzerk a high-risk play. And it costs him. Grim getting very stressed in this series, seeing it on his face. That's 3 retakes in a row for M80. Quad B, what a start for M80. 4 players just dropping util, but hey, just make it a triple B now. Halzerk picks slacks at the top of Banana.
Really nice pathing, really nice routing for Halzerk, just charging in, pre-aim on the angle, fires off before he even sees slacks, and so that one very much on rails for Passion UA.
Breaks it
on
open.
this smoke, but nothing provided from it. They don't quite get the spot on these players in at Banana.
Full rotate as a result. They just leave one player here. Swisher can't afford to go down, and they actually jump at the opportunity of catching him. Flashback up for JT, keeping pressure on this B bomb site. M80 is split 2-2. Passion taking space back on A.
I'm lucky to still be alive. Sin didn't react, and so he was allowed to escape over on long, but he still keeps pressure on. Kavem wrapping through the spawn, gonna get rid of Lake, and suddenly this one's already away from M80.
Yeah, there's a fight going on for Kavem, putting up distraction, but double entry from Passion on the lane. That's all it took. Winning out the round as they realized M80 had a bit heavy B stack. Maybe it's the realization, hey, we've picked the AWPer. There's probably 3 here. And so Passion again, speed up off the nameplates. Banger shot for JT, and that's AWP removed.
It's a really nice way to stem the bleeding.
They can still buy it, right? M80 on in a huge worry right now. 3 really nice retake rounds with multiple players surviving, but it's still the step in the right direction here for Passion to get back to this T side. One more of those, and M80 out of cash. Water timeout's getting burned early in this game as well.
Terrorists win.
Nice, Johnny!
And what is not only a stressful game, but a game that both teams know they can win. A very close affair, a domestic derby. A lot to prove between these 2 NA squads. Both thinking they're the best in the biz.
Oh, that's a really rough miss, but it goes both ways. Slack's allowed to get out of there. In spite of that missed shot, Grim unable to punish. Which is, you know, I would say rare for Grim. Usually great in those types of spots. You give him a chance, give him kind of 2 chances really with the missed shot, and then also having him just hung out towards shore. But we've been seeing a bit of frustration set in for Grim. Let's see if that damage proves to be enough. They're looking to follow through on this A play after all.
Interesting timing, no announcement.
Playing at contact, it's a confident move. Gives them the element of surprise. They get to play on their timing. Molly forces a player out from the pit, but it's Hex to provide in this crossfire. Lake here alongside him, and they put on a great showing from this pit position. Hex just the gift that keeps on giving, continuing to buy time and taking all that attention away. I am loving the mileage that Hex is giving them.
Yeah, it's a real shame that, you know, it's a contact play. Didn't exactly catch them off guard entirely, but it's a molly that lets them down massively. Lands in pit, but lands too deep, so Lake's able to, or Hex able to peek in front of it and keep the pressure on from back pit. Couple of kills from Hex. And Slack's through the smoke as well, so M80 respond, keep their money alive in this game, and more importantly, break Passions to try and win out this half. Said their best side was their CT side, they're looking to prove that now. Lead up for grabs. Dangerous setup against pistols. If one player falls, both should. So Slacks needs this opening shot.
Yeah, you can't afford to miss this. If you do, the whole setup's in jeopardy. You give an AWP over the round, could get called into question. And oh my god, it's not about Slacks. Backstab from Grim. Nix chases him down. Wrong time for the double lap setup. We're looking at Lake. He's gonna go huge. Only good for the double. Pistols break in for Passion. It's Glocks, it's Deagles, and they're on their way to a winner.
Insane clear, walking out mid into Boiler. M80 get burned. Can they really consider this? Everything on the line.
You don't want to give this away just because of what you were up against heading into the round, but you're not up against that anymore. There's an AWP in the post plant. JT holding on to this short push. Rifles picked up for the rest of them. And with Swisher dead, Grim has clawed away back into the lead for Passion.
I gotta say, I think that was a failure no matter what happens, right? Sure, the Deagle is sick coming out from Boiler, but even if Slacks hits that shot, there are 2 more players coming in. His teammate can't turn around. He has to watch 2 other positions. That was dead from the get-go. That was doomed from spawn. Anti-eco setup.
Yeah, I mean,
risk.
Talk about the lack of reps for M80 on this map, how any mistake can get punished. It just feels like the wrong time to pull out this type of a setup. And sure, that is a pretty haunting round to give away. If this comes down to the wire now, that's the one you're going to think about. That's the round you're going to think about, as this half could very much get away from M80 all of a sudden.
It's unfortunate M80 get met with 5 pistols in apps in that round, but you got to hedge your bets. That's the best time for Passion to do a push like that. Walking out mid, absolutely mad. Grim delivers Passion. The most important entry of all to win this eco round. M80, the only thing that's keeping them going is the fact that their rounds are clean and they're picking up retakes as well, so they're getting a bit more money. They're able to continue buying, haven't been broken here despite these on and off rounds for Passion, but this is where it can get brutal. This round could lead to an 8-4 half from the Passion UA squad. Flash into middle, orb fires off. No punish from Kavem, you'll note. Could have caught those players leaving. Passion still in their default. Taking the mid control. Banana is theirs as well. A lot of map control available for Passion.
Crossing past Lake on long, leaving it to a smoke push, even though they're aware this gap exists. Are you ready for a second player? Kavem still floating around and Slacks can't watch it anymore. Lake picks up the angle and M80 trying to battle through here. Now they know about Slacks down in the pit. They're going to clear him out. 2 quick shots for Halzerk on this AWP.
Gonna cross this time.
Set up in this post plant. Both players down in the pit. It's a strong crossfire to run for Swisher and Sin. This is an uphill battle in this 2v2.
Like the smoke, but it'll take some time and it'll also funnel them into the orb. Halzerk, 1 shot, sets his team up for the round win.
Awkward time to miss after 2 blinders. Only 1 shot left in this AWP and it comes up short. Thank goodness JT is there to hold the line.
Come on!
That's a Passion in with a winning half and a chance now to sweeten the deal.
Looking like a really good T-side here. Could have been M80 leaving with the half win, but an anti-eco, a harrowing one, and Passion UA have seized it. Broken money in this last round of the half. 1 rifle to speak of for M80.
After all these A plays, they're going to try and end it out towards this B side. That double kill from Grim puts him on a fast track to an 8-4 half. Nick's even waiting in reserve as a lurk. He'll be able to hear these rotates down through middle. He hears M80 if they make a single step. And as he creeps back in through lower, footsteps from the last man in, Slacks gives up the aim of the game. Backstab now available for Nyx. No hope in this retake. And so Passion UA go on to finish strong, looking to make this a 3-map series after all. task ahead of M80 now as Passion level up down the tail end of that first half of play, embarking on that streak that starts with that eco fall apart setup in the apartments. Has that put M80 on the fast track to ruin here on Passion's map pick? Certainly could have done. M80 left relying on a pistol round. If they don't win this, the game gets away from them very, very quickly, and it's an aggressive start from Passion. Early kill for Grim, and this push down from Kavem. He hears these players making a mad dash into the apartments. Now they're going to be ahead of the A-site crew, who are only just moving into position now. It's the backstab from Nyx that stands to complicate things, and you haven't seen anyone cross into the site yet, so Passion try and keep the pressure high, keep the pressure on. Bomb plant found, no, gets denied last second. And with Slacks out of the action, he's got a 1v3 to embark upon here. Strong setup for Passion as they've retaken positions in A. Should be a dead man. First kill comes through, a swing and a miss from Nyx. Down in the pit, JT's now been spotted, and Slacks, can he put this one together? Looking for the ace clutch in what was a 1v4.
Time on his side. Bomb, anything but. Passion can't give him the 1v1. They must make him commit.
Back turned, and JT just swings on a feeling. Every bone in your body's telling you they're feeling nervous. They're waiting for you to step into the crossfire, but JT throws that one through a loop.
I gotta say as well, Nyx has just had such an impactful game, right? His numbers are, you know, top of the board, but not by a long shot. However, the impact of his frags in all the impact rounds as well. The pistol on the T side, getting that long wrap going and backstabbing late, stopping the eco win early in the half, holding his nerve really well in this elimination match, and a double in that pistol on the flank as well. Highly responsible for both pistol wins in this game. And Passion push forward into a home map of Train. That's our decider. So M80 really feeling the burn right now. They need something.
I think the thing that's impressive as well about just the impact that Nyx has been finding is, you know, still a relatively fresh face to the top levels of Counter-Strike, a playing career that's only lasted a couple of years thus far. Played his first major with Complexity out in Austin. That was where they had the stand-in. That was where they were fielding junior over Halzerk, so it was kind of, you know, doomed from the offset. It's not like he's a super experienced voice in this team, but he's finding a lot of impact right now for Passion.
Bit of a mess here, but Grim cleans it up. Mop and bucket down middle. Flawless anti-eco, so Passion. It's just a brisk walk to that third map of Train where everything changes here for M80. Once favorites plunged into comfort ground for Passion. And another map that we have not seen M80 frequent this season. Even less so than Inferno. It was that or Overpass, right? We know Passion really lean into these highly tactical maps. M80 picked the lesser of two evils, but evil still it is. Aside from a couple of retakes in that first half, yet to give us a reason to believe here on Inferno, it has been a one-sided affair from start to finish.
From the front like this as well gives JT a lot of freedom for how he wants to construct these CT defenses, right? Starting with an instant gamble in this first rifle round, 4 players out towards A.
Got rounds to play with, man.
It's a lot of freedom. It's freedom that M80 do not have. this might be really their only proper chance at bringing this game back, so you take it low and slow, not wanting to throw it away on a rush. They catch a good timing out in the top mid. Both players both players back turned. Halzerk has complicated matters with that double. JT still a threat and in position, but that flash catching him last second. He's up. M80 for a must-win rifle round. It's left to Grim in the 1-on-3. Bomb spotted, but from bottom mid, Lake should have him on the cross. Kind of a rough round for Passion to give away like that, right? Two players turned from flashes on the porch side, neither one watching for that push out in the middle, and they give the kills away.
Yeah, nice double entry from Hex though. Something here. He's doing great in the CT side in his role when called upon. Grim gets nutmegged by the flash. M80 looking for a near flawless comeback here on the T side now. Game is in their hands, but Kavem, as I said, rounds to play with, making risks. Have they seen him? I don't think they know. He's got timing. Hex has just missed this. Oh my goodness, Kavem. He hears them in second. And Hex gonna find out the hard way. That's such a cheeky move. Can even escape as well. He's gonna try and give it a go. Swisher can't stop him. Kavem just having fun now, flexing his muscles down middle. They found banana spam as well, so this is a 5v2. And M80's T side. They hit their head on it. A one-man fake for Slacks as Sin tries to walk into A. While there's timing available, this is a 1v5 from the captain of M80. This is Passion looking for 11 rounds.
Has to make noise to get out of the apartments, and now they know. Doesn't even have the element of surprise anymore. Kavem eyes on Nyx with a flank through the apartments. There's no hope for Sin. Even dealing with that first player, they've just got the drop on him. Instant trade available. And so Passion move towards the finish line on Inferno.
Really reassuring game from Passion. Just clean, clinical. With some stress, some fluster moments for Grim. Those awkward post plants of Passion couldn't finish. But on a roll now on the CT side, breaking the money of M80.
I mean, versus a top 30 squad, M80 have never got more than 6 T-side rounds, so they would have to have their best T-side ever with this version of the squad. That's what's being demanded, and you've got to start with this kind of broken buy, and you start a man down. Lake falls to the nades, aggression out towards Banana.
Passion really have just been playing for the front in the CT side. The 4-man stack in the first buy into the alt mid push. Now JT just swinging down Banana. Confident plays here out of Passion to finish the game. And it does just feel like a matter of time right now. M80 not been here on Inferno. Going nowhere fast. JT blocking that B-bomb site. So M80 just have to sit in it. One final ditched execute. Grim's flash primed.
Halzerk already rotating over. He's got a supported flash for this hit as well. That just streams in over the top and makes life really comfortable for Grim in that hold. All the pieces falling beautifully in a place for Passion. They really bought the heat on map 1. A full 24-round game, just shut out in the final couple by M80, but a very different story at the turn of Passion's map pick. This has been dominant, and they've now got many chances to close. None of them meant to be as easy as this one. M80 left with nothing into what might just be their final round of play on this map. This should all be over.
Yeah. It's nice to watch a dominant game from Passion, a team that is streaky. We've seen crumble in high-pressure scenarios. We'll know higher pressure than your major life on the line. In a game you barely lost, Passion respond confidently.
And again, with this aggression down Banana, look at what it's enabled. Once more, this four-man lean makes an appearance out towards the A site. Grim just can't afford to die. He's deep down Banana, tucked into this cubby, and I think he's just going to hang around there. It's left just to this play out in towards A, into the stack. Grim hears them coming his way, holds on for the first. You see him deep at Banana. You might even anticipate this stack, but it's the only plan they've got. It's all they've got left, and JT rips it away from them. Dominant stuff out of Passion UA, bringing the heat in this series. That is a runaway inferno. There was never a moment that M80 were even in the picture. They've got to hope now for the bounce back on trade.